That down. Let's go to this, shall we? Well, it was a rather, as a lot of people expected, a little bit of a sleepy weekend at the box office this weekend. Certainly not super low, but not a great one. But Thunderbolts came out in number one spot again. The Hollywood Reporter writes the following. They say Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts lorded over a relatively quiet weekend at the domestic box office, earning $33.1 million for a 10-day North American tally of $128.5 million and $272 million globally. The ensemble pick, led by Florence Pugh and Sebastian Stan, fell a respectable 55%. I believe I predicted 52. 55% from its opening weekend, compared to an average decline of 57% for a title in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and far less than the more recent MCU films. Earlier this year, Captain America: Brave New World stumbled more than 65%. All right, so if we go over and take a look at the box office this weekend, see, Thunderbolts came in number one, $33 million. Again, 10 days at 270 something. I said a good target for this movie would be right. If they can hit 500 million, they got to be totally happy about a bunch of B and C list secondary characters from other movies gathered together into one place. If that can make $500 million, I think they got to be happy with that if they can get to it. But anyway, so $270+ million after 10 days. Sinners hanging in there in the number two spot, $21 million. By the way, that movie has now overall accumulated $283 million at the box office. Good on it. The Minecraft movie, inching closer and closer to that $1 billion mark. Will it get there? Maybe. It's at $909 million now. It made another $7.9 million this weekend. The Accountant 2 comes in the number 4 spot at $6 million, and all three first week movies, all three movies that opened up this weekend, finished in the 5, 6, and 7 spot. The number one film out of the new ones was Clown in a Cornfield.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to see this movie. I thought the trailer was fun.
It's a literary adaptation of a trilogy of books.
And it's directed by the director of Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I wonder what it's about, though.
The title is so vague. What's it about? And that beat out the other two films that opened up. Shadow Force, which made about $2 million more than it should have, at $2,015,000. And then a movie that I really enjoyed, Fight or Flight. A movie I really enjoyed. It's a poor man's version of Bullet Train, but super fun nonetheless. Guys, if you're just looking for a fun little film to go and see, go check out Fight or Flight. Anyway, so Thunderbolts takes a 55% drop. Again, that's right around where I said 52, 55, B level. I mean, if you were to tell me this thing was pacing with a Captain America movie, I don't know if that says more negative things about the Captain America movie or that says more positive things about Thunderbolts. But again, this is, you know, what's funny? I've been saying for so long, don't expect Thunderbolts to do great at the box office. Here's what great for Thunderbolts would be. And I would always say a modest number. And people would say, you're crazy. It's a Marvel movie. It's going to make all this money. And I kept telling people, yeah, but it's B and C list level secondary characters from other movies that have been there already. And they're just kind of being gathered up like leftovers and put into this thing. I don't know, that movie on its own, it could be great. And it is great. The movie's wonderful. If it's going to make a ton of money. And then it does exactly what I thought it was going to do. And people go, well, this is unexpected. I'm like, not unexpected. This is kind of where I thought it should be. Anyway, 55% drop, better than the average Marvel movie, which drops 57%. Again, a lot better than Captain America does. I mean, were they hoping for better? Without a doubt. I'm sure they were hoping for better. But again, if after 10 days they're making $270 million, this movie's on its way to being profitable. I think it's fine. The big thing is going to be Fantastic Four. That's going to have higher expectations. But I think this is perfectly okay for Thunderbolts. I don't know, Rob, you saw this. What do you think?
I think that I'd like to see it make more money. I think it deserves to make more money.
It does deserve
I got
more.
a question for you about the movie, though. Do you think they're positioning Wendell Pierce to be the new president of the United States in the MCU?
Ooh.
Because I think that'd be awesome. I love Wendell Pierce.
I'll be honest with you. I hadn't given that one thought. But that's a great idea.
Right?
I mean, let's face it. The presidents of the United States in the Marvel Cinematic Universe come and go so fast. Like, where was the president of the United States for Secret Wars or from Secret Invasion? Who knows? Who cares? But you know what? I think you're onto something.
Wendell Pierce, man, president of the MCU. Bunk.
Or they're going to make him Blue Marvel. Anyway, sorry. Continue, please.
No, I mean, look, I think it's cool that it's holding on, that it holds better than Captain America: Brave New World. I think people are sort of discovering it, but like you said, it is a bunch of it's not a bunch of A-list heroes.
Yeah.
And word of mouth is carrying it. And look, I really like the movie, and I think it deserves success, and hopefully it'll do even more money. It's got one more week. Really, you've got Final Destination opening this week, which is a banger. And
I don't know how many people are going to go see Final Destination.
I don't either.
I'm going to be there opening.
I don't know. I think people like it. They showed a screening of it in Germany. My compatriot on Let's Get Physical Media saw it, went and saw it in Germany, loved it. Said he saw it with a big crowd of people, that it was packed house. Really liked it. So I think people are, and it apparently, look, after what we saw at CinemaCon, it delivers. I mean, It's a good time in the movies, and if people want to go have a hootenanny, there's a place to go. I don't know why I use the word hootenanny just
I'm often looking forward to a hootenanny.
I just don't know.
But Rob,
I've never been to a hootenanny,
Rob,
I don't think.
The main question is, do you,
like maybe you have.
you like your hat?
But do you like your hat? I have my helmet. It's cool, right? Do you like your hat? I love that line. That is so good. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. What a great time to be a sports fan. Basketball playoffs are on. Hockey playoffs are on. It is the perfect time to jump into the action with PrizePicks, the easiest and most fun way to turn your sports knowledge into real winnings. PrizePicks is daily fantasy made really simple. Just pick more or less on a few player projections, like points, assists, goals, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money. For example, this week I've got Jalen Brunson for more than 24.5 points, or Jason Tatum for more than 6.5 rebounds. I love how fast and easy it is to lock in a lineup in just under a minute. Plus, they've got a couple of weekly features, like, for example, Flex Friday. If your lineup doesn't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds. And every Tuesday, check out Taco Tuesday for discounted player projections up to 25% off. So download the app today and use the code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. Run your game. All right, guys. Question is for you. Thunderbolts hangs on to the #1 spot, takes a 55% drop, lower than most Marvel films do. But, some people keep expecting every Marvel movie to be $1 billion film. This one clearly is not. But I'll tell you what, it's Marvel absolutely getting back to what made their films great before. And you should check it out if you haven't had a chance to see it yet. Whatever you guys think about that, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.